Get ready to enjoy the best podcast of your life on The Courtney Show podcast, fueled by Salt and Smoke.
Welcome to the show. An odd show today.
Oh.
Who's that voice? Excuse me. Introduce yourself, fine sir.
I am Big Country Lance.
Big Country Lance is in the house.
Hey.
No, Tim.
Hold the applause.
Oh, wait.
Thank you.
So Brando's off today.
Yeah.
Tim texted me yesterday. He was reversaling.
What does that mean?
That means vomiting.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he was reversaling all through the night.
Ooh.
And was feeling bad again yesterday. His son, Tim TC3, had it last week.
Oh, boy.
And so I just said, let's make a decision now. So I texted Marty, sweet Marty. And I forgot, you're like full-time here now. I can use you whenever I want.
Yeah, you sure can. I am at your beck and call.
So Lance, I texted and said, hey, Lance, can you come in? Well, since the Oscars were last night, we'll want to do some Hollywood Outsider, things like that. And you were up for the task.
You were, I was up for the task. You texted me when I was heading to a 10-year-old's birthday party at laser tag, and I was driving with my very hungry wife. And when she gets hungry,
She was hangry?
Well, you know how you can kind of feel that gradually coming on. It's like, I really need, it's real sudden. She's like, I need food. So we're going to this laser tag place. We're like barely on time. And it's like, are they selling Girl Scout cookies down a couple doors down in front of that store? It's like, yeah, I think so. So she makes a U-turn in the parking lot, and we buy Girl Scout cookies for dinner to go into the laser tag.
Laser tag didn't have any...
Oh, well, they did have food. We found that out later, yeah.
But you're like, just in case.
Oh, when she hits that spot, you need to get her food right away.
What is her Girl Scout cookie of choice?
I think she likes tag-alongs, which are the peanut butter ones. Is that right?
Yeah, I like the Do-si-dos better for my peanut butter Girl Scout cookie.
Yeah.
The sandwiches.
Yeah, we got a box of Samoas. They had one box of Samoas. I'm very partial to those. We got some Thin Mints, and they had a new one that was like a brownie. I can't remember what they called it.
Oh yeah.
Adventurefuls.
That's it. Yeah, we got it. And those are good. That was what I had on the way into laser tag. And I felt bad because we get there, we pull in the parking lot. My mother-in-law is there, and she immediately gets out of the car. I have a mouthful of cookies. And she's like, congratulations on the job. How is it? It's like, It took me like 45 seconds to respond because I had a mouthful of cookies.
How was laser tag? Did you participate?
I have not done laser. Yeah, I did. I've not done laser tag in so long. It was a lot of fun. And it's kind of short. You know, like you do it and then you're over and it's like, oh, okay, we're going to take a break and have round two. It's like, nope, that was it. It's like, oh, all right.
Is that the one that, because we did one for a team building one time. Were you at that one?
No, I was not.
Okay. Well, so, yeah, that's why our team wasn't built, because you did not show up.
I think I came in, there was a group of 9 of us, and I think I came in third, third or fourth.
It's pretty scary, I think.
You think it's scary?
I don't enjoy it. It stressed me out. I felt like I was in actual combat. It was just too much for me.
Perhaps this is not a good indicator of me, but I was told I was too gleeful.
With the kills? With your kills?
Yes.
You were smiling the entire time?
Looked like you were really having fun.
Third place is pretty good. Now, where was the laser tag?
Out on Manchester Road, a little bit east of 141. You want me to name the place?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was called Amp Up. I've never been there before.
You were amped up, too.
Oh, all it takes a little bit of, give me a Mountain Dew and I'm all amped up.
Now, was your wife, Libby, did she participate?
Everybody did. Everybody that was there participated. Yeah, she did okay. She didn't come in third or fourth, but.
Oh, she didn't?
No.
Was she on, did you play at the same time as she did?
Yeah, we
Did you take her out?
I took her out a couple times. I don't know who got me, but I was so anxious to be, this doesn't sound good. I was so anxious to be doing the shooting that I wasn't really paying attention to trying to be undercover too much.
Okay, all right.
I was being too offensive, not defensive enough.
You were just brute forcing it?
Sort of. I was a little too gleeful.
Well, and I don't think it's for everyone, because I remember when we went for the team building.
Right.
There was a certain member of our team that was getting all kinds of mad at people that were killing her to the point where she's like, was yelling at people about it.
Wait, now, this almost sounds like a scene out of a comedy movie. While she was yelling at people for shooting her, were other people shooting her because they could see her and hear her?
It was like they were like salespeople, and she's like, I just spent a lot of money with that client. I mean, she was angry. Real. I don't even know if she realized she was this kind of person until being involved in the battle.
It does bring out different parts of your personality, I think. Yeah, I think that's true.
So 10-year-old birthday party yesterday. What else did you do this weekend, Lance?
Lost an hour's sleep, kind of bitter. Worked at my other job, which I'm still working at the game show battle room.
You're doing a little bit of you're just collecting those checks now.
I will tell you, my day on Friday, I started work at 5 a.m. I finished work at 1 a.m.
That's too much, Lance.
Well, yeah, that day was a little excessive. Yes.
So how did your first full week as a full-time employee here at Hubbard go for you?
It's blissful. I mean, there was a lot to learn, a lot of with any new job. I don't know if idiosyncrasies is the right word, but you work at a new place. There are different things that are done differently than what you're used to, and that's fine. Just kind of, I think by Friday, I feel like I got the hang of it on Friday. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it is. It's tough to start a new job.
Yeah, I mean,
and you've been like, this is after working for years and years at the same jobs you knew. Mm-hmm. You've had to start a few new jobs.
It's been an interesting year and a half.
Yeah. Like getting, the game room thing, you did something else a little bit.
I sold solar for a while.
That's right.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I had one sale. But it was a good one. It was a good sale. And I'm going to be real honest, quick story. The only way I got that sale was I'm going through the presentation. I'm maybe 30% in the presentation. The guy says, I'm going to buy this anyway, so you don't have to do the whole spiel. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Well, that's a good lead somebody gave you.
I know. That was my one sale.
He was a lay down. Yeah.
Perhaps he was.
And I'm the opposite of that. If he set up the appointment, so he was interested in it.
Yeah, he was very interested, yeah.
Yeah. That door-to-door thing, I still don't love. People invading my space at home.
I will say in this particular instance, they did encourage us to knock on doors, and I'm thinking, it's 2023. I don't open a door if somebody comes and knocks on my door. I don't. I mean, I just don't.
No, I don't either. I'm army crawling it around. Like, I'm telling Peebo to shh. I'm like, let's everybody just be cool in here.
Okay, don't breathe, anybody.
Everybody be cool. It's not like your dog can't make noise.
Right,
I mean, I don't know why I'm like mad at Peebo for barking. We have a dog, and he will kill you. And I know they have a job to do. I get it. I get it. That's why I don't open the door, because the person that they would see if I did open the door would not be friendly. So I'm saving them.
Would that person be you?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Nick will talk and chat.
I see.
And won't buy, but he will make them feel like they've done a fine job. What? And then he'll point out our neighbor that really likes to buy things. Like that house right there.
Yeah.
They good.
You have a neighbor that likes to buy things?
Well, I think he's an easier target.
Okay, I got you.
Than we are.
Okay.
Although a door-to-door person came by selling this was Nick again.
Was it kitchenware?
No.
You said Nick likes to cook.
He does like to cook, but this had to do with the outside and treating the grass of fleas and bugs and stuff.
I bet you I know the company because I think they got us too. I'll ask you off air.
I don't know. He's real happy with their service. And
Really?
they send pictures after they've treated your lawn. I mean, So far, so good. I know that they were really out canvassing there for the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. And they got Nick, not me. I would have just told him, see ya. But Nick bought, and very happy with the service. And last year we had a pretty good bug-free year in regards to the animals.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
That's what I worry about. I worry about, they're out and in and out and in, especially Peebo. And he's got such thick hair that, a flea, it would be like, this is like the Ritz in this dog's hair.
Oh, okay.
They're never going to find me. Because when we give him a bath, it takes forever to get him wet. Because it just slides
so
up.
He's got
like layers of it. And so I can't explain it. It's husky-ish. He's husky-ish.
Wish I had a layer up here.
I'm sorry.
That's
I didn't mean to bring up
it's fine.
a sad thing for you.
It's fine.
And I didn't introduce Hayley. Hayley's also here running the controls.
Hello. Yay. My life has significantly changed.
Why?
I have internet now.
Nice.
At my house.
So you've never had it?
No, not, well, we had like a really bad satellite service before.
Yeah.
But it was barely internet.
Because you live way out somewhere?
Yeah, we live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So we
I'm
live in
curious.
the sticks.
Where?
Around like Hillsboro.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
But Hillsboro doesn't feel like the middle of nowhere.
No.
It is where I'm at in
Okay.
Hillsboro. But we finally have internet, and it's changed my life forever. I'm having the best time.
Are you?
I can use streaming services on my TV.
Oh, that's
It's
a big
great.
deal. I forgot about stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't have streamings, I lived that life for a short time when we were out of TV and internet at my house during that cold Christmas, not last year, the year before.
22, yeah.
For 9 days.
9 days, you have no internet for 9 days?
No internet. And so you can't, like TV, fine, go out. I've got all these streaming services, but when the internet's out too, they were dark days for me in 2022. and I was home.
Yeah, and
because it was Christmas break.
And it's not like you wanted to go out and revel in the below 15 temperatures.
No, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was a tough time of year.
And that's why I think it was out, because I think my service, all the cables are underground.
Oh, okay.
And so that was the deal.
Our cables are not underground, and recently you'll love this one. 30 minutes before kickoff on Super Bowl, my internet goes out. You know why? The next day, the guy comes and repairs it. He said, yeah, you had squirrel outage. The squirrels are eating your internet cable because they treat it, or they make it out of soy. The coating is soy based, and the squirrels love it. And they sit on, he pointed out the spot. He said the squirrels sit right there and eat your cable.
No.
Oh my God.
So what do you do about that?
He repaired it, and then the squirrels ate it again, and 5 days later it went out again. So the second guy came out, and it's
Covered
like,
it?
Yeah, we put some conduit around it.
Yeah.
We kind of figured out where it was happening, so put conduit around the cable, and hopefully that'll keep it from going
So
out.
did you go anywhere to watch Super Bowl? You're just like, well, it's just not meant for us this
Fingers
year.
crossed, because it was on broadcast TV, so it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, punch it up on CBS.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it wasn't something
Biggest
that was...
TV night of the one of the biggest
like
TV
half
nights.
hour before kickoff. It's
Even
like,
if you don't really care about
Right.
it, you still want it available to you.
Exactly.
At least for the halftime show.
You know, I didn't watch the halftime show at all. I watched the game. I really didn't watch. I was doing work during the halftime show.
You're such a sports guy.
I had to get stuff done. It's like I had it on the other. I could hear it. I heard the halftime show. I didn't watch it.
Okay, well, I think we should probably get on with it. We've got a lot of stuff to do today. We'll have tickets to give away. We're also introducing our bracket for the big March Madness stuff. I don't know if I'm allowed to use that, so I'll have to think of something else. Arch Madness.
I love it.
All right, so Arch Madness. We have the brackets. We will go through the brackets. We're changing it up a little bit this year. Instead of doing sad songs, we will reveal all of that. We'll reveal the prizes. Loading Dock is the sponsor for it, so thank you to Loading Dock. Great place to hang.
Yeah.
And Eagle Watch.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's your cup of tea, it's a perfect place.
It's a great place to hang, period.
It really is. I love that place. You know what's even better? I saw a yacht rock band at the Loading Dock. And that to me felt like all was right with the world. Like it was the right place on the river. It was really nice.
That sounds nice.
So we'll reveal everything in the 9 o'clock hour. We're also going to talk Oscars and what happened last night. We've got some clips, and I put a ton of stuff on the blog today. So if you missed anything, it's like your one-stop place to see all the great clips from last night, because it was a pretty entertaining show for someone that had seen one of the movies. I'd only seen one. I was going to go in on one yesterday, and I just never did.
I'd have to go look at the list to see what was nominated. I know the one that won. I know I didn't see that, so
I didn't see it either, and we almost went in on that. I'm like, I don't know if I don't have it to watch this 3-hour movie.
yeah, it's a long movie, right?
Today, yeah. So we'll go over all the winners, all the highlights, and if you want to text us, we'd love to hear from you this morning on the Cheney Window and Door.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. My law firm is Cantor Injury Law. Honor, integrity, loyalty, faith, and family are the principles and the foundation of Cantor Injury Law, and why we get justice for the injured and can win you the big bucks. If you have been in a car accident, truck accident, boating, or ATV crash, or even had a dog bite, please call Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999. There is no fee unless you win. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
Our text line.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Well, if you just tuned in, special guest Lance Hildebrand, or Big Country Lance, or Triple L Ladies Love Lance, whatever you want to call him, he's hanging out with us this morning.
It's fun. I have not driven on the roads at 4 in the morning in a long time.
Much better traffic, right?
I will say this. It seems like the average speed was about 80.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing too.
80?
I'm going like 70.
Okay.
Well, at a certain point. I'm not doing that the whole way.
Right.
There's a certain point
Gotta
where
slow it
I
down.
feel like 80, it can take me home, take me on into work. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wait a while.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that the whole way.
Okay, fair enough.
So Lance is here. Haley's running the controls. Brando's out today. He has a day off today. And Tim is not feeling well. Hopefully both will be back tomorrow. But last night, the big night, I didn't know how much of the Oscars I was going to watch since, like I just said earlier, I'd only seen one of the movies. But it was a really entertaining broadcast, I thought.
How long was it? 3 hours plus?
Yeah, but it started at 6, which I think is a smart thing. It started at 6. It ended, I think they were like a minute early. Jimmy Kimmel did a fine job. He did his opening monologue, and I thought he did fine. I think he's, buds with a lot of those people.
Right.
So he looked more comfortable than somebody that's never done anything and he's done it before in the past. So he was fine. But the performances and some of the presenters were the big bright spots. So let me tell you what won all the big awards first. Oppenheimer, big winner last night. It won Best Picture. It also won Best Actor with Cillian Murphy. It won Best Supporting Actor with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. And it won some other awards as well. Best Director, Christopher Nolan. And then the Best Actress went to, this was a toss-up because during the award season, it was going back and forth between Emma Stone and Lily Gladstone for Flowers of the, what is it called? You know what I'm talking about.
The Martin
Scorsese movie.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Killers of the Flower Moon,
That's
is
it.
that what it is?
I always start with flowers, and that's why I can never get there. Killers of the Flower Moon. So Emma Stone picked up the Best Actress award. Best Supporting Actor, like I said, Robert Downey Jr. Best Supporting Actress was in The Holdovers, that Davine Joy Randolph, which is the movie I almost watched over the yesterday. Because I feel like that was an easier watch. And it also asked Nikki Glazer, who had seen all the movies, which one out of all the movies, if I were going to watch one, she said I would do The Holdovers because it's not as much of a slog as the rest of them are. So I think the rest of them were pretty more heavy feeling.
The Holdovers, I actually did see that movie. It was the most recent movie I've seen in the theater. I thought it was good, but the interesting thing, if I recall correctly about that, I'm one of those weirdos who sits through the credits, and like the copyright on that movie seems like they had it just laying on a shelf and decided to release it. I mean, it would, like, the copyright on the movie at the end is like copyright 2021. It's like, where's this movie been?
Really? Because it's a period. It's set in a specific time.
Yeah,
too,
like
right?
in the, I guess, early 70s, I think.
So you think it's too simple to be an Oscar movie?
No, I thought it was a fine movie. The thing that just scratched my head about it was, like, when I saw that copyright, it's like, where is this? Why have they sat on this movie for a year or two before they released it? I got the impression it was like one of those movies that
they weren't sure about.
And, they kind of maybe ran out of product as far as still recovering from COVID. And it's like, we got this movie. Let's just throw it out there and, spaghetti on the wall, see if it sticks.
And one of the cool things they did last night, and I think they should do this every year, because I feel like those Oscar nominated actors and actresses get more of a moment this way. They brought past winners out for like Best Supporting Actor. They were all Best Supporting Actor winners or Best Actor. And they each talked to they each had the assignment of one of the nominees.
Oh.
And they talked directly to them about the part they played. And that felt very sincere to me. And they had a moment where this incredible actor or actress is speaking just to them. And it just felt like more of a time spent for all these other nominees that aren't getting their moment to go on stage.
Right. It's a great point.
It was really, I thought it was very, very well done. I liked it a lot. Another weird part last night was the very end of the night. You know, that's your big ending. You're revealing the best picture winner. Well, they had Al Pacino come out, and he didn't do any of the nominees, and like, you couldn't understand what he was saying, and he just decided to open the envelope and kind of said the winner.
Oh.
It was bizarre. And it just was, because there were like a lot of nominees for Best Picture.
Right.
They didn't get their, like, and the nominees are.
Oh.
It was just, he walked up there, mumbled some stuff, opened the envelope, and said, Oppenheimer. It was, It was kind of bizarre.
That's how they finished on time. They got the award show
really
done
weird.
on time.
The best animated short, the only reason I bring this up is because I couldn't understand what they were saying sometimes, but it was War is Over. It was inspired by the music of John and Yoko. Do you remember that came out last year? And Sean Lennon was on stage with them. I'm like, why does that guy look so familiar? And it was because he was up there with the people that accepted the award, and he said he wanted everybody to say Happy Mother's Day to his mom, because in England it was Mother's Day.
Oh, yesterday was Mother's Day. Okay.
Yeah, and the original songs were definitely a highlight. Billie Eilish ended up winning Best Original Song for What Was I Made For, and it was incredible. So Phineas, her brother, is at the piano. She's singing, and then there was a full orchestra behind them. I just think that song is incredible. But the showstopper of the night, no doubt about it, we got the word that Ryan Gosling was going to be performing the Ken song. And did he perform the Ken song? Incredible. I loved it so much. He started in a seat behind Margot Robbie with a hat on and his head down, and just lifted his head and sang, and she's laughing. She's cracking up. But it was a full Gentlemen Prefer Blondes moment.
Oh, okay.
It was a whole homage to Marilyn Monroe and that whole thing. Like, and Slash was out there playing the guitar. Wolfgang Van Halen was out there playing the guitar. It was just incredible. You could just tell everybody needed it. It was the end of the night. It was the last performance, and it was fun. And I posted the whole video. If you haven't seen it, it's worth seeing.
That's probably a good point, too. I mean, I think sometimes award shows, maybe with the exception of the Golden Globe, because, they try and make that fun as best they can, or rowdy. But I think award shows tend to be stuffy. So I think going for fun is not a bad strategy.
I agree. And you could see the whole crowd. They had the words up there, so people were singing along.
Oh, that's smart, too.
That Ryan Gosling, twice he won last night because his presenting with Emily Blunt was hilarious. I put that clip up because they were going back and forth about the whole Barbenheimer thing over the summer. And you can tell they've got some heavy-duty great chemistry. And I think they're both starring in the Fall Guy movie that's coming out soon.
The Fall Guy movie. Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, so I think they have chemistry. Godzilla won its very first Oscar last night.
There's only one way I know that. I was sitting at a bar last night with. He was not in my party, but there was an annoying gentleman to my right.
Yeah?
And the guy would not stop talking. And he's like, and just randomly talking about anything. And he's in the middle of a conversation about his kids, and he picks up his phone and goes, "Oh, Godzilla won." It's like, okay. It has nothing to do with your kids, but thanks for that Oscar update,
really?
Bruh. Yeah.
That is very funny. Well, so I guess they've never won an Oscar before. They've been ignored by the Academy for 70 years. And it was their very first Oscar night last night. They're all adorable too. They were real excited. And I think their budget, they won for best visual effects.
Okay.
So they went for best visual effects, and the guy who spoke for the team obviously wasn't fluent in English, so he had a piece of paper he was reading. And they were just all adorable. They all had little Godzillas they were holding. And they all wore shoes with Godzilla claws for heels.
That's awesome.
And they were just adorable. And they started playing the music to play them off.
No.
This isn't their first language. Give them a break. Let them have their moment. I didn't love that portion of them trying to play them off. But it was really, I think all in all, really great Oscars night. And we'll talk more Oscars. There's some stories and some audio I want to play in the second Hollywood Outsider. But we have some other stories to get to real quick. I posted this on the blog too. Kensington Palace released this picture of Kate Winslet and her kids to prove that she's not dying.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so yesterday was Mother's Day in the UK, and they posted a picture. It was her along with her kids.
Okay.
But 4 major news agencies have pulled the photo because they were worried it's been manipulated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Within minutes of the photo being posted, social media, professional photographers were saying the image had been manipulated, pointing to weird elements of the photo, and they were pointing out that the sleeve of Princess Charlotte's arm not lining up, the lack of focus on Prince George's right hand. So now the plot thickens even more to what is going on. I posted the whole story and the picture. You can take a look at it for yourself.
You would think if somebody should have some good Photoshop skills and equipment, it would be, somebody who's like
The royal family.
The royal family's
some
like,
folks who are at the top of an empire.
I mean, I would say get a Kardashian, but they've gotten
They're not good
busted
at
for
it
bad
either.
Photoshop too. Vanessa Hudgens was on the red carpet for the interview portion of the Oscars last night, and she debuted her baby bump. I thought she did a really good job, along with Julianne Hough. They were very comfortable. They did a really good job on that. I don't think that red carpet thing's easy.
No, I think it would be nerve-wracking to try.
Person to person.
Yeah.
I thought they both did a really good job, looked comfortable. So that was a pretty, they did a good job, ABC did, for the red carpet stuff. And I think that's all the time we have. We have a second Hollywood Outsider, though. That is coming up about 8:30 this morning. We'll give you a rundown of play some more audio. I've got to play you the John Mulaney thing. The Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger bit was very funny. But that is your Hollywood Outsider. It's The Courtney Show on The Arch.
The Courtney Show.
You're going to get tired of me explaining what this formation of the show is today, but Brando is off today. He had the day off. I think his daughter, Amelia, had a ton of volleyball games and tournaments this weekend.
Okay.
So, with the losing an hour, he decided to take the day off. Tim decided to catch whatever his son TC3 had, so he was not feeling well. So we got on the horn and got Lance in here and Hayley in here. Hey. And people are excited to hear you, Lance and Hayley.
Good.
Congratulations, Lance. That's about your full-time gig here.
Oh, no.
Big Country Lance. Woo. That's from Heather.
Hey, Heather.
Chris said, reunited, and it feels so good.
It does, Chris.
The Enforcer said, what a wonderful surprise to wake up to your Lance back with Courtney. It's going to be a great day.
Oh, nice.
Welcome, Lance. So happy to hear you on the show. That's a first-time texter right there.
Wow.
Yes.
I made somebody text.
I always like to see what their first text is. Sometimes it's about just something so silly that we're talking about, and they're like, this is the day. I'm going in on this text
Wow.
line.
Well, I'm honored.
Let's see. So nice to hear Lance on with you. Dave from Florissant. 618 said, good morning. So good to hear Lance and Hayley, too. Lance, love hearing you. That's from Mellow Melissa.
Hey, Mellow Melissa.
Hi, Lance.
Hey.
That's from Funny Amy.
Funny Amy.
Paula said, great Monday morning start. Hearing Lance's voice. Welcome back. Lots of excitement for Triple L. Ladies love Lance. For Big Country Lance or just old Lance. Lance W. Hildebrand.
Yeah, that's me.
Middle name, Winner.
That's me.
That's his middle name. Did you know that, Hayley?
I did.
Yes.
It's a family name.
It's the best. Do you feel like your family felt like you lived up to it? It's a lot of pressure on a young lad.
It is. And I mean, like I have two siblings who got really, like normal middle names. Cheryl and Craig are their middle names. I don't know where that would get. But by the same token, my mom, and again, a family name, she wanted to name me first name, wanted to name me Herman. Here's the real quick rundown. My dad wanted to name me D-Day because I was born on the anniversary of D-Day. Mom wanted to name me Herman. My sister wanted to name me Robin, which I think would be an okay name to grow up in England with if you're a guy.
Yes, like
that'd
a Gib.
Be a tough name in America, yeah. Uh-huh. And my brother wanted to name me Tex. I have never heard where Lance came from. I don't know where it came from. I'm thankful it came from somewhere because Herman wouldn't have been great at it. Oh, sorry, Hermans.
You had to be the only Lance around. That wasn't
There might have been one other here and there throughout my schooling years, like, grade school, high school, stuff like that. But there weren't many.
Well, Winner, middle name.
Hey, now.
And Lance, I mean, I don't know any other Lances in my life.
Well, I'm trying to think of my alma mater, Hazelwood East High School, DJ Lance Rock. He was after me, but he went to that school too.
Are we supposed to know DJ Lance Rock?
Am I thinking of the right guy?
Who's DJ Lance Rock? Was he on a kids show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Chef Matt also texted me and said, how cool. Welcome back, Lance. Such a treat on my way down to Sugar Fire this morning.
Matt, haven't talked to him in a while. I haven't seen him in a while.
He's putting together some good stuff at Sugar Fire.
Yeah, I got to check. That's the one down there on Washington?
I don't know which one he's working, but he posts the specials every day, and I'm like, ooh,
nice.
That looks sinful and wrong in so many ways. So Lance hanging out with us. If you guys want to text us on the Chain, bless you, by the way, Hayley, Cheney Window and Door text line, you can do that, 314-669-4665. You're on, man.
I had to look it up to make sure, by the way, the DJ Lance Rock was from Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah, I knew it was a kid. That sounded familiar, but it wasn't positive.
Yeah. We got a text there from the 618, and they were very, very positive about what they were hearing on the show. But if they're on the roads, they're not going to be very positive because we got two big problem spots. One is in Illinois.
The Courtney Show.
Can't wait to show my friends today. Best thing I saw yesterday.
If you just tuned in, Lance Hildebrand joining us this morning.
Hola.
Hayley running all the controls over there, and me, Courtney Van Landrum. No Tim, no Brando. Brando's off today. Tim under the weather. These are the things that we saw over the weekend that we screenshot. Maybe you send them to a friend like, this is hilarious. You're going to love this. Yeah. I sent a TikTok yesterday to a few different people. It's not safe for on-air play, though. It's if I won the lottery, this is how I'd walk into my job, and it's just have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it brought me so much joy. I think I'll put it on the blog today. But again, not safe for work, or don't have the audio up if you're around children. I saw this. This made me laugh. The clocks changed this weekend. Hopefully back to 99/2000s when life was great.
Yeah, right.
That was a good time. This I thought was cool that I saw. There's a St. Louis cat that is competing for the title of Cadbury Bunny.
Oh.
So you can send in and nominate it doesn't have to be it can be any animal.
I'm taking notes for next year.
So it's a cat, and if he wins, he's going to star in the 2025 Cadbury egg commercial, and his owner wins a prize. You can go to Cadbury USA on Instagram. His name is Rorschach.
Oh.
All right? Rorschach is his name. And again, go to the Cadbury USA Instagram account. And if you want to know more about Rorschach, he's got a social media page, too.
See, I need to set that up for my cats.
Oh, yeah, you totally should.
Yeah.
Do they do anything fun? Nick's all obsessed with this Mr. Kidders cat on TikTok that wears a camera.
Libby's obsessed with Penny the cat. Have you ever seen those?
No,
videos?
he doesn't need a new catfluencer to follow. He's already following Mr. Kidders, which Mr. Kidders goes outside and all the cats have cameras.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's very funny. Again, you can find out more Momo_and_Rorschach on Instagram. He's a therapy cat. He's real cute. And then this made me laugh too. only because I do have a definite preference in this. Do you guys prefer your ibuprofen hot dog or hamburger style?
Hamburger style.
Hamburger style, me too.
It's always hamburger
If
style.
I get the hot dog style, I'm angry.
It feels wrong.
Actually, I really don't like the hamburger or hot dog that with that cheap color. I prefer
Yeah.
I do prefer a gel cap. If I'm buying and they've got all the different kinds, I don't need to buy name brand, that's fine. But I do prefer a gel cap. The orangey brown ones look like they're not doing their job.
You don't like that bad spray tan color?
That or the bright orange ones I really dislike.
Oh, I hate the bright orange.
But I'm always going for a hamburger patty one.
Really?
What about you? You don't care.
No, I mean,
do care.
As far as just making it easier to swallow them?
No, I don't know.
It's
I don't,
just a
it has
mental
nothing
thing?
to do. I just prefer the patty.
No, I will avoid the oblong ones as much as possible.
All right, that's
Really?
good news that it is a weird thing, but we all have a preference. Okay, what about you, Haley?
I saw this tweet that was like, you can tell someone grew up reading because they know so many words and they pronounce them all wrong. It's kind of a call out for myself.
Yeah, me too.
And then I saw this other tweet that said, fitted sheets being taken out of the dryer, like, I have a secret. And the secret is your wet laundry wound up in it.
Yeah, in the corner.
Yeah.
It's the truth, definitely. Lance, did you see anything that you want to share? You don't have to.
Yeah, my weekend was largely not a lot of online
Scrolling?
stuff. Not even that. Put together a piece of furniture yesterday. That was exciting. But I did see, because I'm on these weird New York Times subscription lists, I did see a something that came across yesterday with a word I've never heard of before. Have you ever heard of the word, and I'm assuming I'm pronouncing this
Should I write
right?
it? Well, just spell it for me.
N-O-U-M. Not noun, but N-O-U-M as in Mary.
Naum. I've heard of Noom. Isn't that a weight loss thing?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know, but it was something I got from the New York Times. I somehow
Look at them flexing their new word skills.
No, I know, but I somehow subscribed to this thing where it's like the New York Times cooking email, but I'm not a member, so I can't really get past the first paragraph of it with the paywall. But the thing said how to noom or naum, however you say it, your grilled cheese. It's like, well, I don't know what that is.
What is it? What do I want to naum it?
I don't know.
Do we want to naum our grilled cheese?
I still don't even know what that word means. I got to look it up.
All right. Well, do we want? I mean, that's the question. Use a word that people know.
Yeah.
Right. Because grilled cheese, I'm in. Tell me more.
Is it like a blowtorch it? Like blowtorch your grilled cheese?
So like your creme brulee, your grilled cheese?
Yes.
I
No,
don't know.
I'm telling you, I brought this to the attention of the listener many months ago, but I was so stupid for so many years trying to butter my bread on making a grilled cheese instead of just putting a pat of butter in the skillet and putting the bread on the skillet with, I know, it's so obvious.
What?
And you've never done it, have
I've
you?
never done
no.
it.
You just put the butter in there, you lay the piece of bread down, put the cheese on, put the top piece on.
Yeah.
You've got to cover it to melt the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that side's done, you put another pat down to flip it over.
Wow, that's a
You
lot
guys
easier.
don't do that?
No, I do now.
You
but
do now.
I do now, like for the past few years. But years and years, I tried to put cold butter on bread like a dummy. And
That's what I've been doing this whole
and
time.
it's right there in front of your face. And it's just, it's embarrassing.
Well, now I'm going to try and make a grilled cheese.
Oh,
tonight
it's the
new
best grilled.
way.
It's the best grilled cheese. It makes it perfectly. All right, we're already starting to talk about food. We're going to be talking more about food in food court. Lance Hildebrand hanging out this morning. Haley hanging out this morning. Food court is next on the Courtney Show.
Food Court.
1065 The Arch.
Food Court is brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. What are you waiting for? This is a big news for the St. Louis area. We talked about Bluebell ice cream is going to be in St. Louis, and anybody that's from Texas or been through Texas or has family in Texas or other parts, Louisiana, is very excited about this because it's high quality. Don's IGA, I saw them post Bluebell ice cream is going to be available starting on the 18th of March.
That's, wow, next Monday.
Yeah, and so they're also asking if there's a special flavor you would like them to carry. You can go see Mike at Don's, not Don. Don doesn't have time for you. Mike at Don's IGA. So even the smaller grocery stores are going to be carrying it. I know that Schnucks will definitely have it, but it's an exciting time. And I'm going to tell you, they came in here a couple weeks ago, Lance, and they're just plain vanilla.
Yeah.
Is one of the best. Ooh, I might have some. Are you a cookies and cream fan?
In moderation.
I have some cookies and cream ice cream in the freezer that you have to try.
Okay. Yeah, I don't go crazy. A little goes a long way with me with cookies and
So
cream.
people are real excited about Bluebell coming into the market. Sweet Marty's here, everyone.
Sweet Marty.
Hi, Marty.
I thought I heard someone come in.
Okay. Lance looked up this word, and you were incorrect.
Yeah,
on it.
see what happens when you deprive me of an hour of sleep, daylight savings time. It's not noom. The word was, it's going back a few minutes. Got an email over the weekend, said how to tomb. And I'm assuming I'm saying that right. Toum, your grilled cheese. But I have no idea. But Hayley looked it up.
Yeah, it's a Lebanese garlic sauce.
On
And
grilled
it's
cheese.
Very traditional, apparently. It's just, I think it's basically just aioli.
Sounds lovely.
No, don't mess with perfection.
Grilled cheese with some garlic on it?
No, I don't.
That sounds pretty good.
I don't need all that. Why don't you turn Marty's mic on?
Nice
Marty,
crusty bread.
What do you think about some garlic on your grilled cheese? Are you fine with that?
I would be. I've never tried it, but I would be.
Yes.
I will say that you need a salted butter.
And you need the right bread, I think, if you're going to do that too.
Like a good sourdough or something.
A brioche? Listen to Marty.
I just eat white bread. I don't know.
All right, a couple other food stories. Do you have anything you want to add food related? Did you eat anything great this weekend that you want to?
I never eat anything great.
You don't?
Not that often.
No?
I'm going to Palm Mano
Oh.
tonight, though, so.
When are you going tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
Oh. Have you already looked at the menu?
No, I know it pretty well.
It's very funny because I went out to dinner last Friday, not this past Friday, the Friday before, to a steak place. And everybody at the table was like, one of the guys like, yeah, like a real fat guy. I, of course, looked up the menu at noon today.
Yeah,
like
I do that sometimes.
I think it's a good, if you've never been to a place, so you're not holding up everything. I think Nick would probably like if I did that more.
Yes.
Because I'm the last one. Like
I've eaten with you before. I know this to be true.
So this is crazy. California may ban decaf coffee.
Why?
What?
Okay, so here's the issue. The manufacturers that use methylene chloride to remove the caffeine from the coffee beans is a chemical that's been used in paint strippers. It's a probable carcinogen, and coffee manufacturers are arguing that the chemical is completely washed out of the beans after treatment, plus any remnants would be burned off when the beans are heated to up to 400 degrees. But I think that even with the levels low, it didn't exceed the FDA's max level for safety. I wouldn't want to be. This does not sound like something I would want.
Their justification does not make me feel better.
No.
Can we figure out a different way to do this?
I just thought they left them out in the sun for a while or something. I had no idea.
I don't think I ever thought about how it was decaf.
Right. No, it's a great point.
Like, why is it decaf? It's stripped with chemicals. So California is the first state to ban 4 candy chemicals and other food products.
Caffeine up, everybody.
Yeah. Now, the only, you can also check your brand to see if it uses this methylene chloride.
But if it's possible to decaffeinate coffee without that chemical,
yes.
why wouldn't you just
Why
do
isn't
it that
everybody
way?
doing it? Because their system's set up to do it this way, probably.
You know things.
It's all about the systems.
Yeah.
And the systems that are in place do this. So that, I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen. I want the food companies to have to do the right thing by us. For sure. I mean, like, there's so many things that are legal here that are illegal in the UK. food related.
I can tell you, I don't think I've ever had decaf coffee in my life.
I don't think I have either.
And I drink coffee every day.
What's the point?
Maybe on accident.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, decaf coffee isn't even fully decaf anyways.
Yeah, it still has a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Haley used to work at Starbucks.
Yeah, I
She
know
knows some
about
stuff.
coffee.
This is a funny story. So the CDC, more food related, being safe stuff. The CDC, according to them, they say food workers, even though you see the sign in there, only wash their hands about 33% of the time. So that means germs can spread from workers' hands to food. It can also trigger outbreaks. And so there's
33% of the time after using the restroom?
Yes. That's what they're saying. All right. So this
we used to have a sales guy who
was not a hand washer.
About 33% of the time, I think.
Did you see his shoes and you knew who it was?
Oh, no. I was washing my hands and I watched him walk out of the stall and say, "Hey, Marty," and walk out. And I had that Seinfeld kind of thing.
It's
where
Poppy. Yeah,
where
Poppy didn't wash his hands.
He looks at his hands. He looks at the door. He looks at the sink. He looks at the door. Like, what just happened
And
here?
then the food comes and he could not eat
Then
it.
I had to sit in a meeting with him and look at him like, oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, do it for show. At least turn.
Give me a
just
little
do
splash.
Something.
A little nothing.
Well, there's this new product called the hand scanner. And it's being described as a hand washing lie detector.
Wow.
It looks like a mounted hand dryer. A worker places their hands under it after washing their hands, palms up, palms down, and within 2 seconds, it can identify any residual contaminant using this fluorescent spectroscopy.
Sounds cool.
And it's safe, non-UV LED lights. It's a brand new technology, and it's being introduced to 10,000 restaurants worldwide, including some Taco Bell and Arby's locations. Can we find out which one?
Yeah, right.
Can we have some more information?
A little icon on the map for that.
But that's interesting.
Yeah.
And they say, like, a lot of the food workers are saying their hands are clean, but their gloves are the ones that is the thing that's disgusting. So I don't know if this will help, but it's good that it's available now.
Just makes you feel good. That's all.
Yes, right. I would like to know. We've got the hand scanner. Is that what it's called? What did I say it was called?
Apostrophe?
The hand scanner. We've got the hand scanner. Put that on the door.
Yeah.
And advertise it. All right, that's Food Court. It's brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards.
Hurt in a car accident? Injured on the job? At Cantor Injury Law, we know how overwhelming it can feel. With over 100 years of combined local legal experience and over $500 million won, we fight to get you the justice you deserve.
You can count on Cantor Injury Law to stand by your side. You pay nothing out of pocket. We only win when you win.
When you're injured, count on Cantor. Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999, or visit CantorInjuryLaw.com.
You can count on Cantor.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
App.
You can do it.
I see dead people.
Hello, Newman.
Where's the beat? What you talking about, Will?
Throwback Live.
More with Lance Hildebrand in just a little while, but it's time to play some Throwback Live with some people that aren't here today. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, we've got all the contestants lined up. Brando will be playing for Charlie from Lee May. I'll be playing for Kelly from St. Genevieve. Tim has Matt from Villa Ridge up for grabs all week long. We have tickets for you to see Adam Ant with the English Beat next Thursday, March 21st at the pageant.
Throwback Live is brought to you by the Madison County Firemen's Bingo Hall, where you can win $25,000 in their Crazy 8 raffle. Afton is here, and she is happy.
I'm here, yes.
Yay.
Good to be with you guys.
Great to have
We
you.
sure like you.
I like you guys, too. I didn't like when I wasn't here for that week. So it's good to be back. So let's do Throwback Live. Marty's going to play throwback clips for you. You're going to ring in for your listeners with these sounds. Courtney, Brando, and Tim. It's so aggressive.
I know. I kind of like it.
I know.
Question 1. Name the TV show with this theme song. I heard Courtney.
Doogie Howser, MD.
Doogie Howser, MD is correct. It's a good theme song. All right, question 2. Name this movie.
Excuse me. When did the long...
Brando.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That is correct.
Little China?
I don't know. I just work here.
Question 3. Who's being interviewed here?
Well, country was always what I...
Oh, my gosh.
Courtney.
I thought so, too.
Wasn't me.
Court.
I don't even know. Taylor Swift.
Tay-Tay is correct.
I was just naturally drawn to it. I got my first country
She's just a
album when I was
little girl.
6,
So
and that was the
young.
first Leanne Rimes album.
Really?
I'm way more southern sounding.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we have 2 points. Courtney, 1 point. Brando. Question 4. Name this movie. Tim.
I have no idea why I did that. Dude, where's my car?
No.
Anybody else chime? Yeah.
Did you ever look at someone else?
Brando.
Rockstar?
Rockstar is correct.
And think if only you had their life, you'd have it all.
Who's in that?
Mark Wahlberg. Jennifer Aniston.
I've never seen it.
Come on.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was that one that's kind of like a comedy spoofing.
What is it? Steel Dragon?
Maybe with
Steel
Andy
Panther?
Samberg.
Oh, Pop Star?
Pop Star. That's what I was thinking.
It's one of Chris Convey's.
It's all time.
And he says
favorite.
it's a perfect
Incredible.
movie. Okay, we have a tie between Courtney and Brando. Sorry, Tim. All right, question 5. Who's singing here? Brando?
I'm going to go with Whitney Houston.
No.
No, definitely not Whitney Houston.
Aretha Franklin.
No. It's Mariah Carey.
Oh, she's.
It doesn't sound
We're
like
used to her being like crazy high, where
Yeah.
only dogs can hear.
It's weird. Okay, well, we have
two.
another tiebreaker. Question 6. Name this sitcom.
Mr. Fielding, can I ask you a question?
Certainly, young lady, anything.
Courtney?
It's what are you doing this for?
Because they said the name.
They did? Is
Yes.
it Saved by the Bell?
No.
Did you know I'm double jointed?
It's Mr. Belding.
Oh, I thought that's what they said.
Wanna see?
Yes. No. Yes. No.
Wait, what?
Mr. Fielding, can I ask you a question?
What, sitcom?
Certainly, young lady, anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you know I'm
Brando?
Night Court.
Night Court
double
is
jointed?
correct. And that's a Brando win.
And congratulations to Charlie from Lee May. Hey, Charlie.
Hey.
You have a pair of
That
tickets?
was funny. I knew the last answer, and I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, well, you still won, Charlie, because Brando got it correct, too. You win a pair of
Yep.
tickets to see Adamant and the English Beat next Thursday, March 21st at the pageant. Congrats to you, Charlie. We'll get you those tickets, and we'll play for another pair tomorrow on The Courtney Show.
Courtney Show.
People are so excited to hear Lance Hildebrand on the radio once again doing traffic. Lance.
Courtney.
First time texter. Hearing your voice on the radio again is music to my ears. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's a huge struggle to comprehend traffic from almost anybody else. There's something about your rhythm that lets me hear what you're saying. Traffic by most just goes too fast and loses my comprehension no matter how hard they try. By the way, this is my first text to the station. Haven't texted since the old one. I love Courtney and the whole show. Can't tell you how much I was hoping you would follow. Happy Monday. Sincerely grateful for the entire show. That's from Evelyn.
Evelyn, first off, that is a lengthy text. I mean, hopefully your thumbs are okay after texting that. And you're my new agent, Evelyn. You said some really nice things that will help during contract negotiations.
It's so great to have Lance on the show. I could listen to him talk all day long. He is well versed on so many topics, and he has a voice that makes my anxiety level go way down. More Triple L, please.
Okay, I think we just discovered my new job in the future. I need
Meditation.
to develop, a website where if you've got anxiety, you just listen to me talk.
Yeah.
I'll read the phone book or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's just people. It's soothing. It's a soothing, familiar voice in the morning. Lance, so glad to hear you for the whole show. I live in Jeff City, so I'm fortunate. I hear you every day on our local CBS channel.
Yeah.
That's from Liz.
KRCG 13. I'm the one that usually talks about all the sporting events coming up this Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, really?
Hey, Hoops fans, tune into KRCG this Sunday. Yeah, that's me.
Welcome back, Lance. Would love an update on ladders and mattresses. That's from Fave Dave.
Way out of
you're out of the game. You're out of the mattress and ladder game.
I've been retired from that, being a commentator in that sporting event.
Yeah, we haven't. I see them and I always think of you. It's the first thing I think of. I think
I
most
see
of
him
the
and I think
city-
about it. I see him and it's like, oh yeah, never mind.
Nope, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, right.
Pickleball John loves to hear Lance.
Oh, Pickleball John.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see what else. Lance reading the traffic. The world just feels right again.
Wow, all this praise. I'm
It'll
gonna
make you
leave-
feel good. The text line, the Cheney window and door text line, they're very nice. And if they're not, I block them. I'm not afraid. I'm too old to deal with negativity in my life, Lance.
See, no, but that has nothing to do with age. That has everything to do with, making boundaries in your life and making yourself happy.
Yeah, well, that and I don't need it in my life. I think there was a time in my life where I'd try to win them back
Understood.
if they didn't like me. At this point in my career, you've heard me long enough. There's a camp of Courtney fans, and there are camp, it's very small, of people that don't like me.
One of the best lessons I've ever learned in life is it doesn't matter how hard you try, you're still going to find some folks that don't like you for whatever reason. Like for me, let's use me as an example. The Property Brothers. I'm sure they're nice human beings. I'm sure people like them. I have a visceral reaction to those guys.
And they didn't do anything wrong?
I've never heard them say anything bad. It's just something happens when I hear or see those guys. It's like, they drive me nuts.
I used to think they were a country band in high school. I don't know why.
What they should.
The Property Brothers, the name.
Something about them. I thought they were a country band.
I think they do music of some
Doesn't
variety.
everybody? And should they?
You sound like me when it's like, hey, I've got an Emmy. It's like, who doesn't? If you really want an Emmy, you can get one.
But I thought the question of the day, since Lance is in, and if you are just tuning in, you're like, well, there's a bunch of odd voices on the show today. Not odd and sounds bad, but it's not the normal formation.
Sort of time warpy.
Brando has the day off today. He always had the day off, and Tim came down with something. He's got a little guy at home that comes down with everything. So every once in a while, Tim will also catch whatever that is. So he was not feeling well yesterday. We texted Lance immediately, and Lance now is full-time here at Hubbard Radio. You'll hear him, from time to time come in here with us. Our sister station, WIL, you still doing stuff with them.
Yeah.
You're voicing different things for different stations as well. But you'll be hearing a lot of Lance on all the shows and stations down the hallway at Hubbard Radio in St. Louis.
So if it's a reciprocal agreement between me and the Property Brothers, that's bad news for them, but good news for everybody else who's texting.
And I thought since you're in here today, we'll do a Lance-esque question of the day.
Oh, no.
So Lance famously, I don't know how famous it is, famously a few years ago tried his first peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yep, that was probably 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, wasn't all that jazz. Thought it was fine. Didn't love it.
That was the first time you had one?
Yep, first time I ever had one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, ever. And then famously, Lance also does not know how to swim.
No clue.
Yeah. So what have you never tried, or what can't you do? You're this age and you don't know how to fill in the blank. That's not for you. You already have two things. You don't need to come up with anything else. Do you have more that you want to add?
Well, I mean, if you'd asked me that, here's the thing. We're right around the anniversary of COVID.
Yeah.
Right? I never drank coffee until COVID.
What did COVID do to you that made you start on coffee?
Okay, so everybody got sent home, COVID, right? It was March 18th, I think, of 2020.
I had just signed my new contract here.
Right. And so, I mean,
I really did. I busted butt to get here to sign it because stuff was being canceled.
Yep.
And I didn't want it to be me.
Get it on paper. So sent home. I was doing traffic from home. It was springtime. It was nice. The weather was good. You couldn't go anywhere, really. I mean, everybody was freaking out. So my wife wasn't going into the office. So I would get off the air in the morning, and she would work remotely, and we would have a leisurely time on the front porch. And she was drinking coffee. She always has drank. She's always been a coffee drinker.
Switch it around if you're not sure.
I always mess around. Drank, drunk. I always get confused, but I digress.
Swimming, swim,
right,
too.
Right. So something just said, what if I put a little bit of sugar in it? Because she famously drinks coffee black. Can't do that. So I'm like, okay, I'll put a spoonful of sugar. Okay, it's not bad. 2, okay. 2 is the magic number.
What about some cream?
No, I just need sugar in it, and it's perfect. It's like,
so now you're a coffee guy.
Yep, I started drinking
coffee. And you never had a cup of coffee before that?
I would taste it, but be like, oh, no, I'm out.
Yeah, you got to prepare it yourself.
Yeah.
Figure out what you like.
Yeah, so I mean, many decades where I was not a coffee drinker at all, but that changed in COVID.
All right, what can't you do, or what have you never done, or what have you never even tried, something that everybody else has? You can text us on the Cheney Window and Door text line, 314-669-4665.
Oh yeah, this part. What everybody's texting about. All right, we got problems up in North County. There's a crash.
The Courtney Show.
Our winner, Brian, first-time winner, and he and his wife were the videographers at Afton Spriggs Wiggs' wedding.
No way.
No kidding.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
The old Spriggs Wiggs.
I bet he's still talking about it.
It would be Wiggs Spriggs, right?
Wiggs Spriggs.
Yeah. If you're not, you don't know what we're
wedding.
talking about. Afton's maiden name, Wiggs, and she married a guy named Spriggs. It's the most bizarre thing.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most bizarre things I've ever heard. And at one point, Tim's mom thought her name was Wentzville.
Yeah.
She couldn't come up with it.
It's named after
My dad
a
called
city.
her something insane the other day, too.
He did.
Melville?
It was like another suburb. I forget.
The question of the day today, I thought it would be fun. These are things that can torpedo your chances in a job interview. So I thought it would be fun, since I have an embarrassing job interview story. You tell us the embarrassing thing you did at a job interview.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how did you just mess it all up? I had the yawns. There's really nothing I can do about that, and I still got the job. So
Yeah.
they weren't too smart. But I did it to the point where every time he put his head down or looked away, I would quickly get the yawn out. But my eyes were all watery. It was bad.
It was
All
a
right.
boring interview is what it sounded like.
So it's some kind of oxygen thing. It's some kind of, it was a weird, and then once I started, I could not stop.
That's the worst.
You want to yawn right now, don't you?
Of course.
I know.
Yeah.
Just say the word.
Yeah.
Okay.
You doing one now?
I didn't.
Now you got the yawns?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You're hired.
All right. These are the things that can hurt you in a job interview, according to people that do job interviews. Asking them to cover interview-related expenses. Like if there's a
like
parking
I'm missing
fee.
work today for this, or
no, if there's a parking fee or tolls, the companies will usually communicate up front if they're covering stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, assume they're not. Like, hey, well, if they have a validation, what's wrong with that?
You've been like courted before, haven't you? For like a job? Like, didn't you go to Chicago for an
I went to
interview?
Chicago I worked for a week.
And they like probably put you up and everything?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
You worked for a week in Chicago on the air somewhere?
Yeah.
At what point in your career?
After Alice.
Is this when we thought you were in Mexico a couple months ago?
After Alice.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You were all like, here we go, it's Courtney time, and then you're like, this is not for me.
Oh, yeah, the guy,
But when you started, it was with the intention of
No, I
being
didn't
there.
know. It was like a tryout.
Oh, okay.
And then I was offered the job, and I said no, and then he wrote me a really nasty letter about what a loser I am.
What format?
It was all talk. It was Man Cow.
Oh, you were with Man Cow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Man Cow wrote you the letter?
Yeah. Didn't. He said I was a loser.
That sounds strange.
You know what?
I always heard
He's
he
a
was such
loser.
a nice fella.
Yeah, so nice. I had gotten out of the crazy environment show, and I didn't want to go back.
Yeah.
After being, as successful as I was on Alice at 104.1.
Oh, you were parlaying that into something. You're like, I worked with Richard Simmons multiple times.
Don't blame me for what happened to that station. That signal, for some reason, nobody gave that signal time to develop.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would put something on, and then a year later they're changing it.
Every city has one or two of those where
It's like the bad
just-
restaurant place.
Yeah. It just keeps flipping. It usually isn't a real strong.
It's not a great. It
signal.
wasn't a great signal.
And people are like, oh, I love this new station. And then a year later, you're like,
It's gone.
what happened to it?
All right, so that's number one. Number two, talking about your personal life too much. They say, don't waste time rambling on and on about your kids, how much you love golf. Even if they seem interested, they're probably not. Unless you're looking around and you see pictures of them on golf resorts everywhere. That's a great thing to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they're just trying to get you to talk. They want to know
They
your
want to see that you have
personality.
passion for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although golf might be a little worrisome. Like, I love golf. I try to play all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
My current job, I leave work all the time.
Too much name dropping. You know, if you know someone at the company, mention it once. You don't need to pepper their name in 8 different times.
Yeah, but you got to get it in there.
Yeah.
That's when you're supposed to talk yourself up. I would say the opposite, not necessarily the opposite, but it's don't go in there being too humble. And I think that's hard for people. Like, you have to
talk about, you have to sell yourself.
Sell yourself, and that's not fun.
No. Exaggerating things like I'm perfect for this role can come across as inauthentic or like you're trying too hard. Just keep things factual. Focus on why you're a good fit, but don't exaggerate. And then finally,
it's tough. You gotta feel out that person on the other side of the desk.
Sometimes you
and
have
decide
nothing.
how you're gonna play it,
and you know right away if there's a good back and forth with someone. Sometimes somebody immediately, you know they don't like you.
Right.
You can feel it.
Right.
Like that's when you start yawning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I think the best approach is go in and just try to have a fun conversation, because they're going to just, if you're at that point in the interview or in the process where they're bringing you in, you're qualified for the job, and there's other people that are qualified for the job. They're not going to bring you in and then be like, whoa, what the hell were we thinking? Get her out of here. Like, she doesn't know anything about this. So you've made it through some hoops.
Yeah, already to get to the interview.
Now it's a matter of like, they're looking at you like, do I want to work with this idiot or not? And if you're kind of fun in the interview, they're like, all right, whatever. If
there's
like, yeah, but I don't know how to do that thing. You're like, we'll teach you.
If there's any of those HR tests that I have to take, I would like to know that ahead of time.
Ooh.
Oh,
because I would know, but I would say I'm not going to go on a job interview with a place like that.
I had to do one of those. I had to do an aptitude test. I think that's what it was. It was long.
Did you have to spell aptitude?
Yeah, I failed. Didn't even spell my own name after that.
Did you get the gig?
I did.
Oh,
good aptitude.
Apparently, I'm aptitude.
There's some people that are just incredible interviewers.
Yeah, and they're not necessarily the right ones for the job.
Exactly right.
You know him. You work with him, or you're just like, how did he get the job? You're like,
getting
he's
jobs
a great interviewer.
Over and over.
Yep.
And I would also look at that. Like, man, you sure change it up all the time.
You see it with like head coaches and managers in baseball and stuff, where you're like, oh, this guy's man, I bet Matheny just blows people's minds in those.
Oh, he just walks in with his book and lays it down, and then they read it, and they're like, this is amazing.
Great.
Everybody loves that book.
Look at how handsome he is.
And then finally,
win on handsome alone.
Asking too many questions at the end of the interview. 1 or 2 is fine, and it will make you seem eager, but more than that, and it starts feeling like you're grilling them.
Yeah, and you got it, but you do have to, I feel like you have to have a question. You know,
absolutely.
Like at the end, you're just like, nah, I'm good.
What, like, so when am I starting? You know me.
You ready to make a lot of money?
I'll end the interview. Like, all right then.
Yeah, you walk yourself out.
Yes.
I'm out of here. See you later.
I think that was plenty of time. All right, so text us the embarrassing thing you did at a job interview. Cheney window and door text line.
The Courtney Show.
Of course, with Lance Hildebrand being here, a lot of people wanting to know if we'll do some missed connections today.
Hey, maybe. You never know.
We're going to have to, Craigslist took them away.
Yeah.
And there was some good stuff in there.
There was some classic stuff in there.
And we like the local flavor of a misconnection because you would know what we're talking about.
Seen you at the Quick Trip on Telegraph Road.
We also love
always seen you.
Seen you. And read as written. So we'll see. We'll see if we can find some. But Lance just mentioned, because we played Twist and Shout by the Beatles, that it's the 60th anniversary.
Yeah, this is the anniversary month of that song coming out in America, March of 1964.
Wow. It's a 60th anniversary for a lot of stuff this year. My sister.
Yeah.
It's her 60th anniversary of being alive.
Interesting how there's that age where your birthdays become anniversaries. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Emo's celebrating 60 years this year. So lots of big St. Louis celebrations. That Twist and Shout thing, did you ever watch the Ferris Bueller making of there's like a documentary. I don't even know what it was on, but it's really interesting when they did this. They had this whole production. Probably their biggest money that they spent was the Twist and Shout parade production. And they didn't even have the go ahead to use it. So they had to wait because once a year, the Beatles would get together with all at Capitol Records, I believe, and they would go through all the people that wanted the rights to it to use for movies and whatever else. And so this whole thing, who knows what would have happened if they would have been told no.
So they just rolled the dice on it.
They rolled the dice.
You know, hopefully the Beatles will let us use it.
Yeah, and when they met, they got the okay for it, but I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a completely different, well, not completely different, but very different movie.
Although if you had John Hughes behind it, at that point he was known for good stuff. You know it's in good hands. He was such a lover of music. Like introduced everyone to so many. He would ask his cast, like, what are you listening to now? If he was doing a teen movie, he'd put those songs in and gave a lot of bands, more ears that they would have ever had before.
16 Candles, was that a John Hughes movie?
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, that would be a good example of what you just talked about there, about the music that he put in.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. I mean, Wham's rap career, little Wham Rap was the name of the song that he used in it. But yeah, so that's an interesting story. If you get a chance to watch the documentary, it's fascinating. All right, Lance Hildebrand hanging out with us this morning. He's going to take over. He's doing traffic for Brando this morning. He's also going to cover some randos for Brando this morning. That's all next. It's The Courtney Show on The Arch.
The Courtney Show.
Brando's. Large shoes to fill, but you tell me it should be large gloves.
Yeah, Brando's famously known for his large paws.
You know what that
Like
means.
one summer when we did the donut tour, anybody with a large hand would want to measure theirs against Brando. I think only one really took him down.
Did you ever have him like try and hold as many donuts in one hand as possible? That's maybe.
Man, I can't remember all the hijinks we've had with his hand size, but I'm ashamed of us if we didn't.
I get it. I get it. Run with it. Not a fan of daylight savings? Here's another reason not to like it. You're more likely to die today.
Yeah, they say this every single year. Because that lost hour does all kinds of things to your system. And is it heart attacks?
Heart attacks go up, strokes go up, fatal car crashes increase in the first week after we spring forward.
Eek.
Yeah. They talk about it every year.
Yep.
And yet we keep doing it.
Don't they, over the last few years, don't they always, or haven't they always still been talking about we're going to get rid of it? When are we going to do that?
I don't know.
Why do we just keep talking about it but not do it? Let's just do it.
Yeah, it's called the Sunshine Act, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think it got through something but didn't get through the other thing.
And here's another thing. Hey, why do you take away my hour on the weekend? Okay, in the fall, you're going to give me an extra hour. Give me an extra hour on the weekend. In the spring, when we spring forward, let's do that on a Monday. Who wants a longer? Let's go for a shorter Monday.
Yes.
Shorter Monday. I think everybody. Okay.
What time are you proposing we do this?
I don't know. Sometime on a Monday. Well, you don't want to skip lunch.
It would be so messed up.
Oh, you know what?
If you don't do it overnight, people are all kinds of messed up.
I know, but you could just quit early.
And then how long do you do this? Well, really, it's only 7.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I do that every day for like at least a week.
I do that. Nick was like, what time did we get home Saturday night? I'm like, well, it was this time, but it was really this time, so we got home pretty late.
Yeah.
For us, old folks.
Nice. Is it after midnight?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah,
there was a party bus involved on Saturday.
Oh, my gosh. Nice.
Lots of stops in Soulard, and we kept the good times rolling.
So were you conscious for the springing of forwardness?
Yes, I was.
Okay, all right.
I was.
We've learned a lot. Part and parcel of losing that hour of sleep over the weekend, today is National Napping Day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sounds like a good plan.
I napped yesterday.
Today is also the 4-year anniversary. 4 years ago today, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a pandemic around the world.
Kidding?
Yep, 4 years ago today.
Crazy. Remember when it started, all the talk about, and I think we'll probably do this every year when it's the anniversary, COVID was out there. We were talking about it a little bit here and there, and then all of a sudden it became real when, like it was yesterday, when the March Madness was canceled.
Yeah.
I can remember exactly what I was doing when I got an email that was like, get your stuff out of your dorm room. You're not coming back.
Oh, because you were in college.
Yeah. I lost an internship. I
what
lost
a bummer.
my housing.
Yeah. You guys you're probably people your age and a little younger are probably still struggling with it because my niece missed her whole second half of her senior year, like all that fun stuff, and started college with all this stuff going on. It bums me out for people your age. For me, I'm fine.
Like I said, I can remember exactly where I was because I was literally in the shower and I heard the email notification go off. And this is when I was bringing my phone into the shower.
What?
So I read it and I was like, no. And I just started crying in the shower.
Oh, that's such a bummer. What year were you in college?
Junior. So it was like a really important year to get things done.
That's when you figure out what you want to do.
Right. What I want to do is live. That was the goal 4 years ago. A quarter-mile-long tug-of-war has broken a world record. A tug-of-war that was over a quarter-mile long.
So they were trying to break a world record, some charity thing? It's always a charity thing.
I don't know that
which is fine.
There was just a bunch of people in England. It's like, hey, we've got some rope. We've got, like, how many people did we have here? Let's see if it says.
Listen, if they broke a world record, they were trying to.
They were, but it's just a bunch of dozens of people and some rope, and the rope was 1,694 feet long. But here's the fun part. There was a time when tug-of-war was an Olympic sport, including at the 1904 U.S. Olympics here in St. Louis.
It's so funny. I think we should bring it back.
I think it'd be
tug-of-war in the Olympics would be hilarious.
Televised, and think of all the things you could do. You could put a camera on the rope. That'd be kind of fun.
I've never played tug-of-war.
I have.
I never have. It reminds me too much of Red Rover, which really freaked me out as a kid. Because you'd run, and they're like, and they would also. So if you were running, it was scary. But when they were targeting you as a weak link in the chain, I would just let go. Like, I'll show you.
They banned
Johnny.
Red Rover at our school. They were like, yeah, no, it's not happening.
You could really injure people.
Yeah.
But I do. You could, and whatever the middle part is could be dangerous. Like whatever they fall into.
Yeah, what you get dragged into.
Yes. I like it.
Got time for one more?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a feel-good story. National headlines might have seen this one. A Walmart janitor in Arkansas was walking 5 miles to work each day until a member of his community stopped by to help. People around town call this guy Mr. Bill. And a woman named Christy a couple years ago stopped and offered him a ride. That's when she learned he can't drive because he's legally blind, which I am too. And I had to learn fairly recently what legally blind, the definition is. That is, if your vision is less than 2,200, and it cannot be corrected to less than 2,200.
Oh.
So, and so I had to ask my eye doctor, what does that mean? It's like, okay, a normal person, good vision, can see something 200 feet away that you can see 20 feet away. Like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and my uncorrected vision is 2,100.
Always had bad vision?
Oh, ever since first grade.
First grade,
yeah.
Are you contact guy now?
No, I had.
Can you see me?
I had early cataracts, so.
Are you proud of that? Look at you bragging. I had early cataracts.
Let me tell you, Ms. Courtney Lanham, I had early cataracts. So when they took those out, it's like, hey, we're going to correct your vision. It's like, awesome. So yeah, contact lenses went away, and now I don't know, but I'm like 40, I think.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Early cataracts.
Thanks to the cataracts. Good job on the cataracts.
Okay, so this woman stopped. She found out he'd been walking to work. She gave him a ride, and then what happened?
Yeah, so she gave Mr. Bill that ride, and then she decided to launch a Facebook group, which has grown to 3,000 members. And here's the deal in this part of Arkansas with all these people that know about Mr. Bill. Whenever they see him, If they just see him walking, whoever sees him walking down the street, if they're driving, they stop and give him a ride. Where are you going, Bill? Give him a ride.
Well, this Christy is next level incredible.
I know, but a car dealer in Arkansas heard about this and thought, well, Mr. Bill needs a car, and then he found out the story about being legally blind, so he gave Christy, the car dealer gave Christy the new car for making all this happen for Mr. Bill. So this whole community helps out this guy.
I love that.
I know. Whenever they see him walking down the street, it's like, oh, there's Bill. Let's give him a ride. When he hop in, where you going? They take him wherever he needs to go.
Love that. Yeah, that'll lift your spirits today.
That's a sweet story.
On the day you may have a heart attack. That's a nice story. I love that. I want to do more for Christy.
Right.
Because she didn't have to start doing this.
No, not at all.
She took it as her job to give him rides. That's
right.
And set up this whole thing in this community. It's awesome. Great story.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Good randos.
Thank you.
Lanso. All right, let's get a look at your traffic.
All right, well, it's interesting.
Randos.
Oh, yeah.
The Courtney Show.
Sorry, I'm still learning. It's only my second week full time. I can't wait for my review.
No, come on.
I was looking for something here. We talked about more likely to die today because of daylight savings. Also, 6 to 8 a.m., the most likely time today to have accidents. But I think that's largely true any day. But it does trend. We don't have a lot of accidents currently. We did have some problems earlier, but we do have slow traffic.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Well, Brando is off today. He took the day off, and Tim, TC2, is under the weather, so it is me, your Hollywood Outsider today. Lance Hildebrand,
Hola.
Also Triple L, and Big Country Lance, hanging out with us in studio this morning.
Never told you that.
Big Country Lance is the best thing I've ever heard. And Hayley is running all the controls this morning. So thank you all for coming in and helping me out today. I really appreciate it.
I need a nickname.
Well, somebody has to come. You can't come up with your own.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna come up with a nanny themed one.
Yeah, I've got some nanny info in Hollywood Outsider. Earlier, Outsider, we discussed all the big winners. Oppenheimer, the big winner at the Oscars last night. With Ken, Ryan Gosling, his performance last night was a showstopper. And he actually won the night with his banter with Emily Blunt, too. But there were some other really funny moments. I put them all on the blog today. There's a great part where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito came out to present an award together.
Right.
And they were both talking about how they were in Batman and how both of them were killed by Batman and which way they were killed.
Oh.
And then Danny DeVito pointed like, he's here tonight. And so they cut to Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And Michael Keaton's just stone-faced. And it's very, very funny. Arnold called him a SOB twice. You son of a... It was very, very funny. So you can see that clip on the blog. You can see I'm Just Ken. Incredible performance. A throwback to Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. You can see the Emily Blunt, Ryan Gosling going after each other about Barbenheimer. She says that, based on the award season, there's not much competition. And then Ryan went back at her about the box office numbers. They both did very well last year. You can see Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas performing the original song winner, which was What Was I Made For? And then there was a moment with Jimmy Kimmel and John Cena. I guess 50 years. It was the 50th anniversary of David Niven at the Oscars. Presenting an award, and the streaker came out.
Oh, okay.
So John Cena was supposed to streak, and he was uncomfortable behind a wall and said he couldn't do it. And then he ended up coming out with just the envelope in front of him.
Hey, watch out for those paper cuts, bruh.
It was a funny bit. You can see that. You can also see, I don't love the in memoriam segments lately because... they focused too much on Andrea Bocelli and his son.
Okay.
And I couldn't see any of the people. The whole screen should be filled. You should hear their music in the background.
Yeah.
And then the whole screen should be filled with whatever's shown on the video screen.
It should be the people in memoriam should be the focus of it.
Yes,
yeah,
and it's not. I couldn't tell. You couldn't see anything.
You know what's interesting? they never, it seems like every year there's always some issue in some way, shape, or form.
They can't get it right.
They can't get it right.
And lately, they've been doing this, like, really cool artists up there to do the in memoriam, and I that's
Cool.
fine.
That's fine.
But they're there to lay the background track to a very somber moment.
I think if this is the trend they're going to need to have an artist who's going to think like that and say that when they get approached by the Oscar people or the ceremony people, whatever award show it is, and say, look, it's not about me. It's about these people. Let's pay some respect to them.
Yes.
I think it's going to take an artist to say that and say, let's just focus on those people.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me.
You're exactly right. It's like if you have a trivia night or if you do any kind of fundraiser and you have a 50-50, you have to make the call that says we are not taking any money back. Similar thing. That they sang the famous time. You notice I always come back to that.
Yeah, I do.
Time to Say Goodbye, which all I could think of is Step Brothers. That's the big number they perform at the end of Step Brothers at the Catalina wine mixer. But you can see that performance. And then John Mulaney came out to present an award for Best Sound.
Or what about that moment in Field of Dreams when we hear, if you build it, he will come? And then Costner does it. He builds a baseball field. Or I guess he doesn't build it. He mows down corn, and then there is a field. And then he's like, I'm going to watch Ghost play baseball. And the bank is like, you want to pay your mortgage? And he's like, nah, I'm going to watch Ghost play baseball. And then he finds James Earl Jones, who wrote The Boat Rocker, which I thought was a real book deep into my 20s. And he's like, people will come, Ray. He's the only one with a financial plan. But what's weird is Timothy Busfield pushes little Gabby Hoffman off the bleachers, and she falls down, and she's unconscious. Then Burt Lancaster is Moonlight Graham, and he comes up and he pats her on the back a couple times, and he's like, hot dog stuck in the throat. And then he can't go back in the game, because I guess there's a rule in Ghost Baseball that if you leave the field at any point to become an elderly ghost and do the Heimlich maneuver, you can't return to the field. I love Field of Dreams. That should win Best Picture. Or what?
That's such a good synopsis and his take on it. He should do like a semi-recurring feature.
Oh, with different movies.
Yeah, on a movie. It's a 5-minute movie with John Mulaney and just have him recap the movie.
Oh my God, and his voice is so like something from the 50s.
Yeah, it is a little bit, yeah.
That whole clip is up on the blog today if you want to see that. 1065thearch.com is where you can see all these different clips. It's your one-stop shop for all things Oscars. Well, since the Oscars were this weekend, that means the Razzies also happened this weekend. The big winner for the Razzies, the big movie that took home lots and lots of awards.
Yeah.
Don't know if they showed up to accept them. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That won Worst Picture. It won Worst Prequel, Remake, Ripoff, Sequel, Worst Screenplay. Worst Actor was Jon Voight for a movie called Mercy. Don't know. And the Worst Actress was, she won both Worst Actress and Supporting Actress, Megan Fox in Johnny and Clyde and in The Expendables 4.
She got 2 Razzies for 2 different movies?
2 different movies. Really hurts, doesn't it? Unlike that one woman that was from Germany that was in that, she was in 2 Oscar-nominated movies. I don't know what her name is. Something, I don't know.
This is the other end of the spectrum.
Yes, right. She had a good night. Megan Fox, not so much.
Double good, double bad.
And this may hurt you a little bit, Haley.
Oh, gosh.
Fran Drescher was given the Razzie Redeemer Award. Oh, no, it's a good thing. It's a Razzie Redeemer Award for her work as a SAG-AFTRA president during the strike.
There we go.
All right. So, good news for Fran. She was mentioned last night, too, at the Oscars. And this is an uncomfortable video that I posted today. It is Madonna. It was everywhere this weekend. I'm sure you saw it. It's her at a show, and she's like yelling, not really yelling at somebody, but telling somebody, calling them out to stand up. Like, why are you sitting down?
Oh, no.
Well, here. Oh, do you have it? Okay, go ahead.
What are you doing sitting down over there? What are you doing sitting down? Oh, okay. Politically incorrect. Sorry about that.
Politically incorrect.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here because the person was in a wheelchair. So that clip is going everywhere. I saw also a clip. She brought Kylie Minogue up on stage with her at one of her recent shows. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that show, I I would like to see it, but the last Madonna show I saw in St. Louis was not great. But if she's singing the hits, I'm here for it.
Was that another one of those shows that started really late?
I'm sure. She goes on crazy
that's her
late.
thing.
Yeah, I would be taking the day off the next day.
Yeah.
For sure. There's that new Pop-Tart movie coming out that Jerry Seinfeld's behind. It's all about the origin of Pop-Tart.
Oh.
It's called Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart story.
Is it a documentary?
No, it's a movie. It's a film, but it's got a bunch of funny people tied to it.
Okay.
Like Jerry's in it. Jim Gaffigan's in it.
Okay, good.
Melissa McCarthy's in it.
Good.
And Hugh Grant is playing Tony the Tiger. So his character is, quote, the disgruntled Shakespearean actor who, much to his chagrin, finds himself having to don the Tony the Tiger outfit.
That's going to be good because isn't the story on Hugh Grant? Remember, I think that guy's had two kind of careers in perception wise. He was always like the romantic, dashing young Englishman.
Rom-com guy.
And then, the story has come out over the years that generally he's a pretty cranky dude in real life.
He's kind of crabby.
So this kind of role where he's like, Shakespearean actor who's now Tony the Tiger.
I know.
It's going to play
if he
right
can
to
laugh
that.
at himself a little bit, I think that's likable.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't seen Wonka. Anybody in here see Wonka?
I haven't
No.
seen it
It's
yet.
running now on Max, so it is.
is it?
A lot of the movies are available now on Max, but I saw it was on HBO last night. But I do want to see it. A couple little quick stories that I put on the blog to celebrate International Women's Day. A celebrity trainer posted a video of his female famous clients working out. I'm sure he had to get an okay for
Gotta
that.
get some signatures there.
Eugene Levy got his star on the Walk of Fame. He was joined by Catherine O'Hara and Jason Biggs from American Pie.
Good for Eugene.
Natalie Portman and her husband, the choreographer, they finally were divorced after 11 years of marriage.
Oh, okay.
And then Richard Simmons, he has been present recently on Facebook. He's putting different stories out every day, talking about his past. So that's good to see. Well, at some point in his career, he recorded a bunch of songs, never released them. Well, he's going to start posting them on YouTube. And the first one has arrived. It's called Aerobeak.
Ladies and gentlemen, Madame and Monsieur, s'il vous plaît, work out every day, every day, every day.
It sounds like the Countess.
Is this Weird Al playing? It sounds like an accordion.
There's a weird, the YouTube video just has his face.
Yeah, it's just zoomed in.
It looks like the baby from the, what are they called? Teletubbies. It does. This sounds like it could be a Countess Luann from the Real Housewives of New York song.
I agree.
You can listen to the whole thing. We don't have that kind of time. Sorry.
Sorry, Richard.
But you can go to 1065thearch.com and listen to the whole thing at your leisure. That is your Hollywood Outsider. It's the Courtney Show on The Arch.
You can count on Cantor. Hi, I'm Mark Cantor of Cantor Injury Law. Cantor Injury Law is local, and that's much different than the other lawyers you see advertising. You can count on Cantor to know you and your injury. Count on Cantor to know the law and how to maximize the money you win in your case. You can count on Cantor because we've been winning cases like yours for 30 years. Visit CantorInjuryLaw.com or call us at 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
The Courtney Show.
Lance Hildebrand hanging out with us this morning. Hayley also hanging out with us this morning. Brando has the day off. Tim feeling under the weather. And Chris, he's in California doing all the big time things, working on the upcoming Mark Twain American Prize for Humor that will be given to Kevin Hart.
Oh, okay.
And so I think that
the award show, he's working on that?
Yeah, he's doing that right now where they put it all together, then they record it at the Kennedy Center in D.C., and then it'll be on Netflix. Netflix is the place you can watch it when it comes out. So that's what he's doing right now. But we got some texts, lots of texts about Lance. But somebody also said, love hearing Lance this morning. It's great, but I also love hearing Hayley.
Aww.
She deserves a little love this morning, too.
I agree.
So people are happy to hear Hayley as well. This is a very funny text from somebody. Sugar Shane here. Had a long weekend of work. Drank too much last night. Woke up late this morning for work. Jump in the car. Probably still hungover. LOL. I heard Courtney, then Lance, and Hayley laughed, and it sounded like Jen. I had to check the channel and the year.
And the year. That's the best part.
I love hearing Lance's traffic and mattress on the side of Highway 21 past Shady Valley.
Well, that's the first one I've counted this year.
That's one.
It might be the only one I count this year.
And then we're asking, since Lance does not know how to swim, and he also tried his first peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We made him one 7 years ago.
7 years ago. And by the way, still only one I've ever had.
Yes. PBJs are the most perfect sandwich. And I don't know what Uncrustable's doing, but it's next level PBJ. It is like a perfect peanut butter, perfect jelly. I never buy them. I've talked about it before because Nick will laugh at me. If I brought home pre-made PBJs, he would scoff.
I'm telling you.
Like, what is wrong with you?
That's why you have a console in your car. Car snacks.
Yeah.
He'll never know.
Yeah, but you have to keep them all. They come in a box. They're in the freezer.
Work food.
You take them out as needed. Defrost them.
You have an office here. He'll never see it.
Yeah. I know. It's like the laziest thing I could possibly do. If you're a parent, I understand why you do it.
They're so good.
But I'm not a parent. There's no reason I can't slap together a PBJ for myself.
Lazy, it's just time efficient.
But this is, so we asked, what can't you do? What have you never done? Much like Lance. This is the craziest one I've yet to
what we
see.
got?
I have never bought toilet paper.
I'm assuming they mean they appropriate it from other places.
I am 42. I now am a family of 5. Big thanks to my dad and now my father-in-law. Every Christmas, I get loaded up with toilet paper. So I guess that's a gift. He buys the year a year supply of toilet paper
for Christmas.
That is the craziest one of these I've read.
42 and have never actually themselves purchased toilet paper.
Seems like it couldn't happen. At some point, you're going to need to buy it on a vacation or camping. Well, I mean, if you're smart, you're not camping, in my opinion.
I share it.
But that's the craziest one I've yet to see. But if you guys want to chime in with your own, I don't know how to, I'm this age, we'd love to hear from you on the Cheney Window and Door text line. Give us a text at 314-669-4665. Coming up, we're going to break it up in 2 parts, but Arch Madness is back, and we'll tell you what the brackets are, what you'll be picking, and what you can win. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Well, we're changing it up this year for our bracket challenge. Last couple years, Lance Hildebrand hanging out with us this morning.
Hey, hello.
Haley running the controls over there.
Hello.
Brando off today, and Tim under the weather. So the past couple years, we've done Arch Sadness. And while it was fun, it's time to change it up. So this year, we are doing Yacht Rock Madness, brought to you by the loading dock on the river in Grafton, Illinois.
Yacht Rock Madness.
Oh, it's so exciting. So the brackets will be up. We'll go over all the matchups. We'll do half right now and half in a minute, but all you have to do is go to 1065thearch.com and you're going to vote for each song that you think will win the online bracket. There are 32 songs total, 16 opening round matches, 8 second round, 4 third round, and 2 fourth round, and then the final match. You have today through next week. The matches begin on March 18th, and there'll be 2 matches each weekday morning. Person who fills out the most accurate bracket is going to win $500.
Nice.
Gosh.
And I thank the loading dock for being our title sponsor this year for Yacht Rock Madness. All right, let's go through half of the matchups right
let's see what
now.
we got.
So the first matchup will be number 1, Sailing. It's going to be a tough one to take down, but it's going up against the number 12 seed, Jay Ferguson and Thunder Island. That's a good one.
Hey, 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 hey.
Also, the writer of the Office theme.
Yep.
Jay Ferguson.
He's done okay.
The next matchup we're going to highlight here is number 17, Bertie Higgins, Key Largo.
Sailing away to Key Largo.
This reminds you of a guy.
Reminds me of my first year on the radio.
You know, it reminds me of we went to Key West that year that Nick lost his driver's license when we were trying to go on a cruise. And we went to Key West, and Key Largo was in my head. It was already bad that we had to pay extra money to have some kind of trip while my mom and dad were cruising. But I could not. It was just on replay. Yeah, in my head. So number 17, Key Largo against number 16, So Into You.
I am so into you. I can't think of nothing else.
All right, our next matchup is Fleetwood Mac number 9 on the bracket challenge, Dreams. And it is going up against number 14, Kenny Loggins. This is it. There's Michael.
Yep.
All right, now we have the matchup of number 25. Number 25, Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. Against Toto and Africa.
Two definitive yacht rock songs.
Yeah,
right there.
you can just feel it. You know, Marty and I, we went through all the yacht rock songs and we went back and forth on some. I'm like, that's not yacht rock to me, and I don't know why. You don't know why. There's just a feel that you have.
Yep, exactly right.
For some yacht rock songs. All right, our next matchup features a player. It's number 5 seed, Baby Come Back. And it's going up against a song that, I don't know. You tell me if you think this is...
You're not sure this is yacht rock?
I don't know.
It's borderline. Let's see.
Here it is.
When you see the Southern Cross for the first time.
Sounds boatish to me.
Yeah, I'd say this qualifies for yacht rock. Yeah.
It has like a little bit of yacht.
Yeah, I guess it does. I don't know why. All right, our next matchup going head to head is Ambrosia, number 21 seed, Biggest Part of Me.
You're the biggest part of me.
All right, and this one of my favorites, I'd Really Love to See You Tonight.
I'd really love to see you tonight.
I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life.
But there's a, what is it? There's a
cool,
some wind blowing,
the stars are out, and I really love to see. This is that song Chris Convey always makes fun of because it's like he didn't have any words and he just put, we can even just sit around and watch TV. You know, it doesn't really matter that much to me. It's
Hey, you know, some of the simple lyrics are the best.
Yeah. All right, next, we got a little America. That's a number 11 seed. You Can Do Magic.
You can do magic. You can have anything that you desire.
have done well when you cast your spell. And that is going up against, this is a funny one, Smoke from a Distant Fire.
Cause your eyes had a mist from the smoke of a distant fire.
This is yacht rock all the way.
Who's been playing this song? Sanford Townsend Band.
Yes, I'd never even heard of that until we got, we'd tell you who's playing, and I'm like,
that's a one-hit wonder too.
Yeah, it is. All right, and then the 8th matchup right now that we'll go over is a little Paul Davis, I Go Crazy.
I go crazy when I look in your eyes. I still go crazy.
Something I like about this song, I don't know.
He's got a nice voice, and he has more songs than you think.
Yeah, and
too.
there's a tinge of there's a melancholiness to that song that's, I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting song.
All right,
What's it up against?
This is one that we went back and forth. It's a high seed because I don't believe, even though his whole feeling is a yacht rock feeling.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
I mean, he's singing about all beach kind of stuff.
Yep, true.
So that is the number 29 seed against a number 4 seed.
I Go Crazy
Margaritaville.
is, Margaritaville's number 4.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. All right, we're going to go over the next half of the bracket. It is Yacht Rock Madness. It all starts next Monday. You can go right now to our website and fill out your bracket, but we'll go through the other brackets in just a few minutes. It's the Courtney Show on the Arch.
Courtney Show.
Well, we just revealed the first 8 matchups for our Yacht Rock Madness. A chance for you to win $500 if you have the best bracket at the end. And we want to thank the Loading Dock in Grafton, Illinois, for being the sponsor of Yacht Rock Madness. So we went through the first 8 matchups. Now we're going to hit the second half. And you can go to our website. I'll give you all the details in just a minute. But the website has the bracket. Fill out your bracket and submit it by next week. On Monday, we start going head-to-head with the matchups. All right, our next matchup features number 3, What a Fool Believes. Hold on now. Or is this the Doobies?
Doobies, but how does he get these high notes? Get up there for those.
If you look up Michael McDonald and how many songs he is singing backup for in the 70s.
All that guy must have done was hang out in studios. In the 70s.
Yeah.
And just, hey, can you come in here and sing this part? Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, and this I think was maybe one of our sad songs last year or the year before. So What a Fool Believes is a number 3 seed going up against number 3, Sometimes When We Talk.
Sometimes when we touch. The honesty's too
I just have sometimes when we
Sometimes when we tea. Dan Hill.
I think that was one of our matchups from past years for the sadness round. All right, next we got some Elvin Bishop matchup. Number 19, Elvin Bishop. I do too. Since I met you, baby. Now, this one sounds, to me, it is yacht rock to the extreme.
Yacht rock classic?
This is, it doesn't even need an introduction.
They'll say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be.
Such a fine girl.
The Looking Glass.
That's right. That to me, 14 seed seems a little low.
Yeah.
All right, our next matchup. This is not going to make old TC2 very happy, but we got a little Eagles in the mix. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Goes against this one.
It's going against number 22, Baker Street.
Winding your way down on Baker Street. Lighting your head and dead on your feet. Well, another crazy day.
In its day, that was a monster song.
Old Jerry Rafferty.
That was huge.
What was the band that had a name that sounded like Jerry Rafferty? Who did Eddie and the Cruisers?
Oh, that was John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown
There you
Band.
go. Get those two confused all the
Yeah.
time. All right, so the next matchup we will feature is Dave Mason, number 27 seed with We Just Disagree.
There's only you and me, and we just disagree.
up against Boz Scaggs, and a lot of people don't like this song, and I love it. You don't love that? I mean, how can you not like that?
Boz Scaggs.
You didn't let that play long enough, Hayley.
That was all there was.
Oh, okay.
He played it before COVID.
Just
He
feeling
played.
my Lido shuffle.
I know he played at River City, and I loved that show. That was a good show.
Oh yeah, he has written so many songs,
Yeah,
not just performed them, but written.
And I mean, if you go way back in the late '60s, he was in the Steve Miller Band.
Yes, he was. What about the love song in Urban Cowboy? There's a Boz Scaggs
Look
song.
What You've Done to Me? Is
Yes.
Love, Look What You've Done to Me. Yeah, that's a good song.
That's a really good one. All right, this is one of my very favorites. Number 7, Hall & Oates, Rich Girl. And it's going up against, is it Paco? Is that the name of it? What's the name? Crazy Love, number 26. Poco.
I love the harmonies in that song, and I can't sing them worth a darn. I try all the time, and I butcher that song. But, man, I love the harmonies on that one.
Are you still playing in a band?
No. Not for decades.
All right, our next matchup. I hope the artists are all listed because, somebody might.
I can help you out with artists.
No. Somebody might think this is like Shania Twain instead of Orleans. Number 23 seed, Still the One.
Oh.
Wasn't there a presidential candidate that used. Wasn't there somebody back in the day that used that as
I think you're right about
theme?
that.
Oh, and this just sounds like Sundowners circa 1977 to me.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
I think I always sang Rolling Through the Casbah in my mind. I don't know what that means.
It's interesting, Seals and Crofts, England Dan and John Ford
Yes.
Coley, they're brothers.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, England Dan Seals and Seals from Seals and Crofts were brothers. So.
And you can't have a Yacht Rock Madness without some Steely Dan.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going up against number 18. I believe it's Ace. How Long?
Oh, yeah.
All right, and our final matchup for Yacht Rock Madness.
Bring it.
Number 31, Things We Do for Love.
Lay your bets and then you pay the price. The things we do for love. The things we do for love.
Like walking in the rain and the snow, and there's nowhere to go.
And
Feeling like a part of you is dying.
Nice. You got the lyrics.
All right. And that final bracket is going up against, Cool Change.
Little River Band for me has forever been changed by a show. It's not on the air anymore, but that show that was on the air called The Middle. Did you ever watch that show?
No, I know you
was on ABC.
You started watching it later in life.
Yeah, so my wife loved that show, and it's such a good portrait of Middle America. And there's a kind of a running gag in there. They would go to this bar. It's set in Indiana. They go to this bar called TJ Schnauzer's. It's like, we got to go to TJ Schnauzer's where the Little River Band cover band is playing.
What was the cover band name?
I don't remember, but I think
funny.
the funny part was they actually did have the Little River Band come in and play as the cover band. It was the real band pretending to be the cover band.
Because there's not a lot of original members left playing as the Little River Band right now. All right, get those brackets filled out. You can go to 1065thearch.com. We're going to start matching, going match to match next Monday. And Yacht Rock Madness is being brought to you this year by the Loading Dock on the River in Grafton, Illinois.
First 5 notes on 1065 The Arch.
First 5 notes is brought to you by Carroll House Furniture. Carroll House will beat any price in the country. Carroll House, because you like nice things. A little less than 30 minutes to go, folks. We're in the home stretch. And Stacy is ready to win some tickets with First 5 notes. How you doing, Stacy, from Wood River?
You're doing great. Thank you, Courtney.
We have a pair of tickets for you to go see Barbie the movie in concert. It is a live-to-film concert experience. They're going to show the film, and it's accompanied by an all-female orchestra playing the soundtrack, and it is on July 13th at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. But you also win a $25 gift card to Piccadilly at Schnucks. It's a salad bar reimagined. Visit a Piccadilly inside a Schnucks location near you. So, we've got an interesting group today. Brando's got the day off. Tim is ill, so Hayley's running the controls. Lance is helping me out with everything this morning. Who do you want to play against out of the three of us?
Lance.
Lance. Ladies love Lance.
Hello.
All right, so Stacy, are you ready to go?
Ready.
Here's song number 1.
Oh, one more time. Is it Stacy's mom?
It's not Stacy's mom.
But Stacy's mom does have it going on.
She does. She does. Okay.
You do this with
Can
your
I try
eyes.
one more?
Yeah, you do it with your eyes.
Blink 182?
Blink 182.
184?
That's it. That's a point for you, Stacy. That's one. You just need one more in order to win these tickets to see Barbie the movie in concert. Here's song number 2.
We all know that.
Well, of course we do.
I know. Okay. One more time. The pig is a pig. Tom Petty.
Tom Petty. Oh, we all know that. Stacy.
I couldn't think of the name of the song.
That is Mary Jane's Last Dance is the name of the song. But you got Tom Petty, which is just as acceptable. That's a big win for you, but you want to get this last one, don't you?
Yes.
All right, here's song number 3.
One more time.
Very demanding, Stacey. Come on, you know this, Stacey. I'm not even going to give you a clue for this.
We all know it.
Here it is again.
It's dang it. Yeah, and I know it, but I don't know it.
Lance,
I'm good with the 2.
Lance, would you like to steal?
Sure.
Go ahead.
That would be Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins.
Yes, it is. Danger Zone. That's a big win for you, Stacy. Even if you didn't go 3 for 3, you went 1.5. You got 2. You got 2 fair and square. So congratulations. We have a pair of tickets for you to see Barbie the movie in concert. It's July 13th at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. All the ticket details on our website, 1065thearch.com. But you also get that $25 gift card to Piccadilly at Schnucks. Congratulations to Stacy. We'll play for another pair of tickets tomorrow on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
Us too, Hammer. We out of here very, very soon. It's time to get to your texts on the Cheney window and door text line. Somebody texted earlier, Hayley. Hayley's in today, running all the controls. Lance Hildebrand also is hanging out this morning. We appreciate his service to the show this morning.
Oh, thanks.
Brando taking the day off. Tim feeling under the weather. So it's like the A+1 team today.
Okay, I'll take that.
Somebody wanted to know, Hayley, how an update on your cat. How's your cat doing?
God, he is he's very full of himself. He has quite the ego on him. But other than that, he's great.
Lance is a cat man too.
Yeah, I became a cat person late in life. Was a dog
us
person.
too.
Yeah, growing up.
Yeah.
But yeah, cats are
yeah,
pretty cool.
he's an orange cat too.
They're
so
a little
he's
crazy.
He's a crackhead, but
What are your cats' names, Lance?
Ollie and Midge.
And Hayley's is E.
Yeah. His original name, I got him from a friend. His original name was Easy E. And I'm not a rap person, so I was like, I'm just going to call him E, and it stuck.
I did screenshot something, but I was saving it until tomorrow, till Brando's back because he for the best things that we saw. And it says, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And it's just a guy sitting on his couch with a glass of wine, surrounded by cats with glasses of wine.
That's a life goal.
Yeah. Not too shabby.
I know, it really made me laugh. Bunch of texts to get to. Been a rough month. And then I heard Lance this morning, consider my month made. And that's from the good Kim.
Wow. Thanks, good Kim.
And I said, who's the bad king? And she said, one of her friends. People texted about grilled cheese and a couple of these. And I've done it before, but I'm still a butter girl.
Yeah.
Don't use butter to make grilled cheese. Cover both slices of bread on one side with mayonnaise and then grill it. That is the best. I've tried it before. I prefer butter.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not a big mayo person, so yeah, I would probably opt for butter.
But it is it's fats, and so it makes sense. And
yeah.
I'm kind of wondering how it would taste now if you used like aioli as a spread.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
It
might be good.
You guys try it. Get back to me next time. Everybody on the show is out.
Okay.
Somebody texted me, Lance, I'm part of the Bad Eyes Early Cataract Club also.
Oh, yeah.
My contacts were -9. Had cataract surgery last year at age 49.
Wow, I was a little older than that, but 49, yeah. Because, I mean, I think when I had mine, I was like 54, 55, and they're like, oh, you're young for this. It's like, oh, well, that's encouraging.
Hearing Lance on the air reminded me to ask and I know the answer to this, but thought you would do it. Is Lance the narrator of the World War II Museum in New Orleans? We went recently and immediately recognized the voice from the old place.
Yeah, I do a few things down there, and they're like permanent installs, or I guess, until they decide to take them out. But yeah, I think there's 3 exhibits I'm on. I narrate the Road to Tokyo, I think was the first one I did, then the Road to Berlin. Or I might have those flip-flop. But yeah, but it was a lovely honor. And then on a visit to New Orleans, I went down there, and the folks at the museum gave me a nice little tour. When they were building another exhibit, they gave my wife and I a behind-the-scenes tour. They're very sweet people there at that museum. Yeah, it's a great place.
We would always hear from people when they went to I'm going to New Orleans at the end of April.
Oh, I'm so envious of you. I love that town.
Yeah, Nick's never been. I've been twice.
He's never been?
No.
Oh, my gosh. Can I give you a quick tip?
Yeah, I do take suggestions.
Off of Bourbon Street, there's an Irish pub called Erin Rose, E-R-I-N. Erin Rose. They got a great po' boy place in the back, but they also, and I just discovered this on this trip, they have Irish coffee slushies to go in a go cup. Oh my gosh. At the end of the trip, I was addicted. It's our last night in New Orleans, and Libby and I are walking along saying, we should go this way. It's like, yeah, but let's go over 2 blocks over so I can get a Irish coffee.
You just made all your stops near the Irish coffee.
And you can get them to go in a go cup. They don't care in New Orleans.
It sounds good.
And like you said, I'm a new coffee person in the last couple of years, but my gosh, they're good.
What's your favorite restaurant there?
Probably the most consistent one is a place called Sylvain, which is also kind of off Bourbon Street a little bit. But I will tell you that the most interesting thing, I mean, it's such a good food town. The most interesting thing I had there this past trip was, I'm trying to think, there's that, it's a meat dish where it's wrapped in pastry.
It's called,
I'm drawing a blank on what it's called.
I know what it's called.
Oh, man, this is going to bother me.
I don't want anybody to text either because it's in my head.
Doesn't it start with an S?
Is it Beef Wellington?
Beef Wellington.
Oh, that's awesome.
I went to a place.
Or Seaf Wellington, if you wanted to start with an S.
I've never seen this before. I went to a place and it was really good. Meatloaf Wellington. It was really good.
And the whole meatloaf's wrapped in a pastry?
Yeah, in a pastry. It was really, really good.
Man, that sounds good.
There's a place called the Nopsy Hotel, Nopsi. Nopsy Hotel. In the restaurant in there, they had, I don't know if it's, I was there in December. Hopefully it's still on the menu. Meatloaf Wellington. It was really good.
I'll write these things down for our trip.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now we're getting to the text that how old, and I've never had this because Lance doesn't know how to swim and had his first PBJ about 7 years ago. My daughter's 23 and has never had milk on her cereal. She just won't try it.
Just eats it dry?
What?
I don't know.
There's certain cereals I'm okay with eating dry, but
but she's missing out.
Yeah, milk completes.
And she's missing out on the flavored milk at the end.
Right.
depending on what the cereal
Sure,
is.
of course.
I am 55 and I've never been able to figure out how to caramelize anything. That's from Hamburger Sandwich.
It's pretty easy if you just Google it. I mean, I've caramelized onions before, and I'm no great cook.
Caramelized, brag. I don't know how old this person is. But they don't know how to whistle or snap their fingers.
I can only snap left-handed. I can't do it right-handed.
I can't.
And the weird part is I'm right-handed.
Hayley just discovered she can snap.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
just discovered I can snap with my left hand.
I cannot. I'm right-handed, and I cannot do it with my right hand.
I have never been able to ride a bike. When I do attempt to ride with my kids, they laugh because I basically put my feet down and walk the bike down the street. I've never drank coffee, and I don't know how to change a tire. I don't know how to change a tire. I mean, I would try it, but I wouldn't. That's what YouTube's for, the way I look at it.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And that's what also AAA is for.
True. Yeah, also true.
I am 45 and I've never watched American Idol. I used to work when it was on, so it never became a thing for me. Yes, I know who won. I'm not an idiot, but I don't watch it. I've never mowed the lawn. My dad wouldn't let me to when we were growing up. He said it was boys' work, and my brother did it. He later apologized for his outdated views. I wouldn't mind if my dad said that same thing.
Honestly, I wish my dad
My
would.
dad didn't believe in mowing the grass either. He would hire people. I mean, so his view was, I'm not doing it. I'm 52 and have never mowed the lawn or done any lawn work.
Never lawn work. Wow. Okay, that's nice.
Dan from Troy here. I've never had a PBJ. Not allergic to peanuts. I just don't like the look and smell of peanut butter.
Yeah,
I love peanut butter so much.
It just doesn't register with me for whatever reason. I can't tell you why. I mean, peanuts are okay. It's all right, but you know. I like a Reese's cup.
52 years old, never eaten or tasted a Big Mac. I used to work at McDonald's as a manager for 8 years. That makes me nervous because I like a Big Mac.
I do too.
I really do. And then finally, this is one of my favorites. Sherry from St. Charles. I am 53 years old and I've never been pulled over.
Sherry, that's quite an accomplishment.
She said, it's not because I obey the speed limit. I typically drive 75 plus on 364 to and from work. I don't feel this will jinx me. I've said it many times and my record or lack thereof still stands.
Well, on 364, I think 75 plus is kind of the informal speed on 364.
It's wide open.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, if you guys want to text us on the Cheney Window and Door text line before we leave, we'd love to hear from you. 314-669-4665.
Courtney Show.
Well, don't forget you have a week, and we'll keep reminding you, but Yacht Rock Madness is brought to you by the loading dock on the river in Grafton, Illinois, and you can fill out your Yacht Rock Madness bracket. Now, somebody's going to win $500. We previewed all the songs today, so go look at them, fill out your brackets, get those submitted. We'll let you know, though. We'll keep reminding you about the Yacht Rock Madness. I want to thank Lance Hildebrand, and I also want to thank Hayley for coming in today and hanging out with me. It's been a lot. It's been 50% fun.
Jeez.
Not because of you. I just feel like I've talked too much and I'm done.
She just gave us an F.
Nope. You guys get an A. I'm saying me personally.
I think you were fine.
I don't enjoy having to do this much.
I get it. But I know what you're saying, especially on a Monday.
But you made it better.
Well,
so thank you for that.
Always a pleasure. I always have a blast when I come in and hang out with you guys every time.
Yeah.
Anytime.
You guys are great. People loved hearing Lance. They always love hearing Hayley as well.
I know.
And since Lance is now in the building, because he is now full-time here at Hubbard Radio in St. Louis.
Yes.
I'm going to be bothering you, Lance,
That's
for
fine.
Different things.
Oh, you really? Okay.
Yes. I mean, not like more than once a week.
You're going to want me to say things on the show?
Yes.
Hello, St. Louis.
We're working on something. So, So, and you know, we may be able to just like get you in the 9 o'clock hour, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Lance Hildebrand now here, like we can just call on Lance for all kinds of things.
I'm in.
If he is willing to participate.
And I think I'm mostly willing to participate. I mean, I have no idea what you have planned, so I don't know what
It'll be something that I know that you'll say yes to.
Okay, good.
I'm not going to make you feel uncomfortable.
No, I thought maybe it was going to be like, hey, we're going to need you to, since you're the new guy on staff here, you're going to have to change everybody's oil today.
You're going to get hazed.
Like, that's probably not a good idea.
You've known me long enough.
I know, but the problem with that idea also would be everyone on staff would need new cars because I'd probably do it wrong and their engines would blow up.
If you guys want to see all the stuff, you didn't watch the Oscars last night, 1065thearch.com. That will go up soon. The blog, the daily blog, it's got every clip that you want to see from the Oscars. And then there's more stuff as well. You guys, I've never seen you text as fast. You know the rules. It usually goes through the website, but I didn't have access to the website. So I told you today only you can text your GTG song of the day. And I'm going to the very first one I saw.
First one in the box. Okay, is it good?
I like it. I thought it was different. It was the first one I noticed on the text line. I didn't even see the rest of them, but it was texted in by Joanne from Cottage Hills, Illinois. She wanted to hear Martin Briley, Salt in My Tears.
Oh my gosh, I haven't heard this in so long.
I haven't either, so I thought it would be a great one.
That's a good one.
It is. So thank you to Joanne from Cottage Hills. It's your GTG song of the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Not sure about Tim, but Brando definitely will. Thank you to Hayley. Thank you to Lance for hanging out with me this morning. It's the Courtney Show. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Oh, hey. Man, that was fun, wasn't it? Why don't we meet up later and I'll make you a sandwich at Salt and Smoke. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Tickles. Bye.